stronger than any mountain cathedral. So let's get right into it. This is a great song, Longer by Dan Fogelberg. It came out in 1979. Again, I'm a product of the 70s, so I grew up with these beautiful 70s love ballads, and I just remember hearing them as a kid. So I broke this song down in about 4 different parts for you guys, and it's just pretty simple structure, chord structure in the whole song, but basically part 1 is the G, the verse and the intro, G, A minor, G over B, C, and then the 4th line he goes B flat, F over A, and then G, and then that little C and D over the G. The second part is when he goes, the chorus, when he goes, showers in the springs, and that's the chorus. The third part is the instrumental, which is basically the same underlying chords as the chorus, but it does like a and then part 4, I'll just show you how they end the song, which is the third verse. Comes right back to longer than there have been fishes in the ocean, higher than any bird ever flew. And at the very end, they just do a I've been in love with you. See how they come up with the A second time, and then they just end it B flat, F over A, and they end the song on the G chord. So that's part 4. The song's pretty simple. Okay, so let's get right into it. So part 1 is the intro and the verse. Now, before we start, this is why I always play by ear. I've been playing by ear since I was little, and I just, because I can't read music, when I play a song by ear, I always get the bass down first. So, and this is why you can't always trust the chords online. When I went on E chords, the guitar tabs, it says, okay, this part is right. But then when it goes B flat, F over A, and then G, it doesn't do that. It says G and then C, D. No, instead it goes, see the difference? It's all over a G bass. The bass on the G doesn't change in the verse when he does that little. That's the first part. And the second time I caught it was when they go to the chorus, the bass doesn't match the top chord. It's all over a C bass. So it's not an F chord and then a C. It's an F over C and a C. And then when it comes down, it's an E flat over B flat and a B flat. And then it goes to the. So again, I always play by ear. I always check it, and when I post a song, it's always exactly or 99.9% the way it's played. I would never, and if I transpose it, I'll tell you guys so. And it's only to play it in an easier chord key, but it's still going to match the tone of the song and the pitch of the actual song. I'm never going to play something and tell you guys it's an F chord when the song is really a C chord. The structure of the verse is a G, an A minor, a G over B, and a C. So it does like a. Then it does a. And that does strings in the background. That's pretty much it. That's the whole intro. That's the whole verse structure. And let's go through that slow. So the song starts out on a G chord, then an A minor, or I think they're actually doing a G and then an A minor down here. Then back to a G, but it's a G over B. See the difference? That's a G. That's a G over B. And that's the difference between that F, the chorus I told you that they said that's incorrect, and also the C. Otherwise it would be, which doesn't sound bad, but that's not the way the song is played. Okay, so getting back to the verse, so it's a G, and you could play it any way you want, as long as you stick to the first 3 lines are G, A minor, G over B, C, same thing, G, A minor, G over B, C. You could do it up here. Any way you want, but as long as it's a G chord, an A minor, G over B and C for the first 3 lines, and then the 4th line is a B flat. When he goes, I'll be in love with you, or I've been in love with you, a B flat, F over A, F over an A bass, and then a G. And he does that little C over G and a D over G. That's whole part 1. G, A minor, G over B, C. The next 2 lines the exact same. The 4th line is a B flat, F over A, and then G. And then before the chorus, he doesn't do that little C, D over G. He just stays on the G. He goes, I've been in love with you. I'll bring fire in the winter. Okay, so now we're into part 2. Part 2 is the chorus, and part 2, the chorus is an F over C. Remember I showed you, it's not an F and then a C. It all stays over a C bass. So it's an F over a C, and then a C, and then E flat over B flat, and then B flat. So it's a fire in the winter, you send showers in the spring. Summers with love on our wing. That's what it does. Through the years, as the fire starts to mellow, and it goes into the second verse after that chorus. So that structure of the chorus is the first 3 lines. It's the same kind of F over C, C, E flat over B flat, B flat. Same thing on the next 2 lines. F over C. And then the 4th line is it goes to a D bass, and it's a D sus4, a D, and then a D minor. You can hear that note go. Part 3 is basically the same as part 2, the underlying chords. But he's doing that. So I'll do it slow, it goes. And then backtracking on the B flat. Second line, same thing. The 3rd line is where it changes. This is the same. But this part he goes. And that's when it does a. So underneath part 3, it's the same as part 2. So it's underneath it, it's basically. And then part 4 is basically the same as part 1, and it goes longer than there have been fishes in the ocean, higher than every bird ever flew. And then the 3rd line the same, longer than there have been stars up in the heaven. I've been in love with time. And he ends the song on the G chord. That is it. Longer by Dan Fogelberg. You guys have a great night, and I will see you shortly on the next one.